Oh yeah, we are talking about the top 3 vlogging cameras that you absolutely need to blow up your content in 2025. And my name is Bongani, the proud South African guy, a risk taker, a believer of a successful nation, a dreamer by day, and that's all. Period. And today I have Vincent. How are you, Vincent?
No, I'm good, thanks. And you?
Cool. Introduce yourself. Tell them who I'm with today.
I wish I had a whole tagline like yours, but next time I'll have a different one. But I'm Vince. I'm from Cameraland Santon, expert in cameras and everything photography, videography, and production.
Love that. Do you promise not to be biased in this video?
I promise not to be a salesman.
Thank you. Thank you. Now that's out of the way, we can get into it, right? So today we have an expert just to bring you the latest gear to see how can we level up our content in 2025. Cool. So today we're talking about the vlogging cameras. Are you ready? Why should we upgrade our gear? Our phones are not enough now.
Phones.
Yeah.
Well, phones have come a long way. They've come a long way. You can't, I have to give them their accolades. But still, there's a lot of limitation when it comes to phones. The creative flow is limited. You don't have the stabilization you'd get from a camera. You don't have the functionality that would come with a camera. And you don't have a flip screen to be able to monitor your video. And there's a lot of other additional things. Besides, I'm not even talking about the quality yet, just all the conveniences that would come with having a camera. So it's time to get a camera now because cameras are the in thing now. It's time to move with the times.
I think the first one that we need to talk about is the DJI Pocket 3. I think a lot of influencers have been using this. Why is this now the latest trend in vlogging?
Yo, this is hot property. Hot property. Yeah, so it's the convenience of having a small camera that fits right in your pocket. Hence the name Osmo Pocket. Fits right in your pocket, easy to carry around, good for travel vloggers, good for even social media content, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever it is. It's got the quality to match the spec, to match any of your platforms that you're using.
Love that.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about maybe the price, because I know a lot of things have sort of like scaled, right? Before we used to get a vlogging camera for 9,000 rand. Why is the space shifting to where the DJI Pocket 3 is right now in terms of pricing?
I'm glad you started with the price of phones. Well, not price, but we spoke about phones initially. So phones also used to be around 9,000 rand back then. Now you're paying like 30,000 for a phone.
Exactly.
It's because of the functionality that comes in the phone and the conveniences and everything else. So with the cameras, prices are going up because the quality is getting better and better. And to match the times, it's not just the price, it's what you're getting out of the camera.
Love that. Do you think now, if we were to put like a scale on the vlogging cameras, right? Since we're still at the beginning of it, what is like the scale to say this is an entry-level vlogging camera?
Entry level? Okay, so since we're on the DJI Pocket, I'd say that would be mid-range. It's just quite specific because it's a pocket-sized camera. It's not a fully fledged video or photography camera. And that doesn't mean that it's not a good camera. It doesn't take away the fact that it's a good quality camera. It's just in its own class.
Yeah.
So when we're looking at entry-level or mid-range sort of cameras, another camera that we can talk about is the Fujifilm X-M5.
Oh, let's go into it. Fuji X-M5. I think I love the film simulations of Fuji.
Yeah.
But then why would you, I know, for example, for me, I'm one person, I love lenses. And that's one thing that brings out this camera. For you, why would you recommend a Fuji X-M5 to a vlogger?
Okay, Fuji X-M5.
Yeah.
Creative vloggers in mind here. And not only, before we talk about the creative vlogging, we're also talking about the aesthetic of a Fuji. Any Fujifilm camera looks good in your hand.
Whenever I see a person holding a Fujifilm, I'm like,
I want that.
That's me.
That.
That's me, right?
I want that. Yeah, so that's the Fujifilm. Aside from aesthetics, also the film simulations, like you said, it's got 20 film simulations. So for someone that's looking to be very creative with their shots, picture or video. You've got the film simulations, especially if you don't want to do too much post editing. You've already got that baked into the camera. And quality obviously much better than what you get from a phone because of the bigger size sensor and flexibility of having lenses also for the your different photography or video needs.
Can you maybe also recommend what type of lens would you need to buy as a vlogger when you have the Fuji X-M5?
Okay, it really depends. So if you're doing a lot of handheld shots, you want a wide lens. And if you're into shooting street photography, also usually it's a wide lens, like maybe a 23 millimeter or something wide, or even a 30 millimeter would be quite good, but it always depends on what you're shooting. So that obviously you'd come into the shop, camera lens Santon, you come to one, you come to me, this is my chance.
Sure. Sell it. Love that.
So you come to us, you come to Vincent, you come to anyone at the shop, and we'll guide you through testing out all the different lenses, testing out the cameras till you find what suits your needs.
For free.
For free. Mahala.
Love it. And then I get to buy.
Yeah.
So now, I know, for example, now for a guy like me, right, I would definitely know what is the difference in terms of the f-stops, right? I think maybe just because we're talking about vlogging cameras, just the basics on, if you were to say, what is the difference between the f-stop ranges? Because also I know that is a big factor when it comes to pricing.
Yeah.
What is the difference in terms of the f-stop? If you were to explain, explain it like you're explaining to a kid.
To a kid?
Yeah.
How old is the kid?
How old is the kid? Enough to play around with the camera. Not to break it.
Okay, so explaining the f-stops. F-stop, for those that don't know, is the aperture. How wide or how narrow the lens will open. The lower the number, the wider the aperture. So if you're looking at apertures that are in the single digit, like the 1 point something, or 2.8, those are the pricier lenses.
Yeah.
And with price comes much better quality. So they're not just pricey for no reason. And that also helps a lot with low light situations.
Exactly.
Yeah, and sharpness also is another factor. So kit lenses usually are not that great, unless we're talking about the X-M5's lens. That's a good lens. But usually kit lenses are not great. So you want to buy your own separate lenses with a good f-stop to get the most capabilities out of the camera.
And what is the price range for those lenses?
Those sort of lenses, it depends on brand.
Yeah.
But they'll range from about 6,000 Rand for these kind of cameras, around 6,000 to maybe at the top end, maybe like 15,000 for these sort of cameras.
Not bad, not bad. I love it. I think now let's move on to the last camera for me that's been making trends. And in 2025, this camera is not the newest one, but the Canon G7X Mark III.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone has been talking about it on Instagram, in TikTok, those pictures that, you know, when you snap, it's like...
Yeah.
So I finally got my hands on the Canon G7X Mark III because this was sold out for months.
No, but guys, can you please slow down, getting pictures like Canon G7? There is no way everyone now on Explore is taking pictures with the Canon G7.
What do you think about the Canon G7X Mark III?
Okay, the Canon G7X is, yeah, like you said, popular. Always out of stock, high demand. There's always issues.
Yeah.
But when you get it, you'll know why it's always out of stock. You'll know why. The quality from a compact camera.
Always clean.
Oh, it's always good. So like you mentioned also with the flash is one of the bonuses that other brands don't have. That flash on the G7X is so well made that it makes every picture look good. It turns any influencer or content creator into a professional videographer or cinematographer. So looking at the G7X, that's a must-have, especially if you're looking for also a compact size camera.
Yeah.
Because looking at the X-M5, that's an interchangeable lens camera. So with the lenses, depending on what you have, it tends to get a little bit bulky. So looking at the G7X, because of its compact size, it's easy to carry around, very easy, portable to carry also, and you also get the quality out of it.
For some reason, it's built with anti-filters inside. That's something that I completely didn't understand. How is that possible on a vlogging camera? That was quite amazing as well.
Yeah.
What do you think about anti-filters? Because also now, I know from a professional point of view, I would know anti-filters, but do you think anti-filters are important to content creators as well?
Yes, definitely. ND filters are important for everything. That's what gives you that cinematic look without compromising quality, without over editing. So ND filters will be important everywhere. And ND filters, for those that also don't know, it's just a shade of darkness that goes over the lens to help with pushing the f-stop, like what we spoke about, to its widest without it being overexposed. So you get that nice background blur, you get that nice quality without it being overexposed and having to over edit.
I love it. Hey, we're getting a masterclass today, guys, huh?
For free.
On masterclass.
For free.
How do you then now, given the 3 cameras, how do creators decide which one which camera should they buy, right? For example, why would you go for the DJI Pocket 3? Why would you go for the Fuji X-M5? Why would you go for the Canon G7X Mark III?
Okay. Always depends on your needs. That all of them have their own specific shooting capabilities. So the reason why you'd go for a DJI Osmo Pocket 3, you're looking for something compact. You're looking for something that will easily fit in your pocket. You want stabilization, and you also want tracking that the DJI Osmo Pocket has. So you can shoot without having to have a person shooting you, basically.
Love it.
And why you'd want to have the XM5? XM5, creative control. You want to have a camera that has simulations, film simulations, like I said, 20 film simulations without having to overly edit in post. And also just something that will have interchangeable lenses, so you can shoot at different scenarios and also at different distances.
The last one.
Why you'd want the G7X?
Yes.
G7X, also compact. It's got a built-in flash, so you don't need to have cumbersome big flashes that are sticking out on the camera. It's also got a flip-out screen, which I didn't mention. Flip-out screen that flips upwards, which makes it easy to take your selfies or your videos on the go, especially for travel influencers.
Clean, baba. All right, Vincent, thank you so much for coming through. I think maybe if you were to give one advice to creators when it comes to buying gear specifically for vloggers and in the camera department right now, what advice would you give to them?
Few words. Shoot that content. Shoot that content.
Let's shoot that content. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Vincent, where can we find you and your store?
Okay. We're located in Sandton, as the name says, Cameraland Sandton, in shop L48, lower level in Sandton City Mall. Easy to find us. We also have a website, cameralandsandton.co.za. You can also look at the catalog of everything that we have there.
All right, guys, thank you so much. Please don't forget to click on the link below just in case you want to shop the vlogging kits that you would want. All the cameras that we spoke about, we've attached them on the link below. Danko.
Thank you.